I believe that we should learn from our leaders. And last night, Tim Walz demonstrated great debate techniques that everyone should adopt in their daily lives. Let's look at this question that he's being asked and see how he responds to it.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400.
Anytime you are confronted with a question you can't answer or you're caught lying, you should just start talking about your childhood. Kamala does that too.
I understand the pressures of making ends meet. I grew up in a middle-class family.
Let's say your boss is asking you, why haven't you submitted the project that was due last week? You should respond by saying that you were born in a middle-class family or in a small town. Either one is fine. And if your boss is anywhere as professional as the moderators on CBS News, he will be perfectly satisfied with that answer. Pro tip, the story doesn't need to be true. And if you keep on going on and on about your family and childhood, there is a small chance that your boss will actually forget the original question. And if you think that you haven't sounded convincing enough, then you say this.
I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it.
Once you say that, nobody will bother you anymore. They might fire you, but if you are a DI hire, you have nothing to worry about because you're not there for competency and skill anyway. Oh, and what if you're being confronted with a large-scale issue? Let's say you were responsible for security at your workplace and you just didn't do your job. So what you do in this situation, you just blame the person who previously held your job. It's their fault that you did nothing for 4 years. The most important part is to state this confidently so that everyone believes that you really believe it. Are there any more tips that we can learn from our leaders? Please let me know in the comments.